So what's up, guys? As you can probably tell, I'm not on a DRZ. So yesterday I spent a few hours at a dealership picking up this baby. It's the 2015 Fz-07 by Yamaha. I've been anticipating this bike for a while now. Looking into specs and stuff, really impressed with what Yamaha has done with this bike. But yeah, I really have no bad things to say about this bike. I mean, I rode it home from, it was in Covina, California, so from here that's about 100 miles. So it was a good 100-mile ride back home, and I have no complaints. I mean, the seat was completely comfortable. The power, I mean, holy crap, the power is there. It's so, like, I was having so much fun just being on the freeway. You guys can't see this right now, but there is a smile on my face. Woo! You should have seen like, the smile on my face. You can't see it because I'm wearing a helmet, but it was just great because the power on this bike, the delivery is just, it's amazing. The fueling, the comfortability, everything about it is just so far. I mean, I love it. I mean, I've only had it, this is the second day. Okay. This lady's like talking to herself. She's all mad lady. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I like the look of the bike. I like the way it feels. It rides nice. So for anyone that's been following me, thank you. And I do not have the DRZ anymore. So yeah, I did sell the DRZ, guys. I sold it to someone who seemed like they'd take care of it like I did. Put a lot of work into that thing. I felt it was time to move on to a bike that I could ride pretty far and have some fun on. I like that, you know, I like something that, you know, my wife can ride on the back, and just something bigger, you know, bigger engine size. The Fz-07 is a 700cc, 698 to be exact. And you know, the DRZ is a 400. It's a fun bike, and I'll probably get one again in the future. But for an everyday, you know, daily driver bike, this is definitely what I'm looking for. I'm getting better gas mileage on this 700 fuel injected than I was on my 400 DRZ. About 58 miles per gallon. I think I got higher than that yesterday. I went 90 miles and I only used a gallon and a half. So I mean, that works out to like 60 miles per gallon, which is pretty dang good. The only complaint, which isn't even really that big a deal because it's in California, so it's kind of expected, is the exhaust, obviously. You guys probably can't even hear in the video the bike at all because it's so quiet, but I'm planning to fix that shortly. Getting the exhaust here soon, hopefully. I'm liking the Akrapovic, the way it sounds on the bike, or Akrapovic, however you want to say it. I'm really liking how that sounds on these bikes. So I'll probably be getting one of those shortly, making it louder so people can hear me. Because I can't stand when you're on the freeway and then a bike just flies past you and you're like, okay, I didn't hear him until he passed me. Because that just leaves room for error and kind of puts you in a dangerous situation. So yeah, that's probably the next mod on this, the first mod. But we'll see what happens. The clutch on this bike is super, like, at the end of the grab. Like when you let out the clutch, like you guys, I don't know if you can see this, but when I let it out, like I'm used to it grabbing like right there, about halfway, but it literally is grabbing like right at the end, like, so that took a lot of getting used to. When I first pulled out of the of Bert's Mega Mall when I bought the bike, I was twisting throttle and it was like, whoa, whoa, you know, I was revving it up and then like letting it out, so like the tire would spin a little bit, but you know, it just takes getting used to. This clutch is really at the end, so I'm getting a little better at it now to where I can actually downshift and rev match. But at first it was like I would rev match and then the RPMs would drop way below the next gear, and then, you know, you let it out and then it, so, but, you know, now I'm getting used to it. I'll show you guys the walk around of the bike in a minute here. I got the graphite gray, so it's the blue and black one. If you look into the Fz-07s, there's a all black with blue wheels. That's what I got. So anyway guys, this is her, again, 2015 Fz-07. It's the graphite gray with blue wheels. They call it liquid graphite, I guess, but yep, super excited. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Seating position, you can see how it's upright. It's got a little trunk underneath here. I'll show you how that works right now. That it has. We've got a little keyhole right here. Pop that up. And then this lifts off. Got a little trunk that you can put stuff in, which is pretty cool. For your wallet and registration and junk if you need that in there. The dash is just the coolest thing on this, if you guys can see. So yeah, lots more videos to come, I'm sure. Gonna have a lot of fun on this thing. Actually gonna go ride with Jordan, because he sold his DRZ too, and got the same exact bike. So there's his. So I'm sure there's gonna be some customization here, because we're gonna get on each other's bikes and not know whose bike is whose. Besides where we got the bike, the plate is different. That's the only thing. So, alright guys, talk to you later.
I'm a big thumper man.